I've got a headache.
So have I.
I haven't drank
Slept
enough
badly last night.
I didn't drink enough liquid last night because I was driving for 2 hours both ways.
Right.
So I didn't need a pee. I've given myself a dehydration headache. I haven't got any water on it. What the hell was that? Sorry.
So on today's episode, we've got poet Rob Auton. He's going to read out some poems. What? He's fucking here. What the fuck?
He is 17 minutes early.
He's gone.
17 minutes. Oh, he's gone. I think Rob was testing the link. Let's just get him on now.
Waiting for the gas, but they never showed up. And it's just fine, they got busy lives. We're waiting for the gas, but they never showed up. And that's just fine, they got busy lives. We're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. Oh yeah. Sitting on a tall, just waiting, waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. Oh yeah. Sitting on the tall, just waiting, baby girl. They never show up. Come on. That's just fine, they got busy lives. Give it to me, baby girl. We're waiting for the gas, but they never show up. That's just fine, they got a busy lives. We're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. Oh yeah. Sitting on my couch, just waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, we got Rob Auton. He's a poet, lovely man. Do you know Rob? I know him.
Yeah, last time I saw Rob, I was walking along the top bit of Brighton. You know, the other end, sort of the Kemptown end, and I think it was after the marathon.
Right.
I think I'd just done the marathon, and I bumped into Rob. I really like Rob. He's a very sweet man.
Yeah.
Do you know Rob?
Yeah, I feel like I've gigged with him quite a lot. And
he's my cup of tea.
Just thinking about Kemptown. Sure, I got some. I live near the actor from the Fast Show.
Oh, the one who says today I will be mostly that one.
Do the
No, today or no.
It's Birmingham,
Birmingham, is it?
Yeah.
Is he Birmingham?
Today I'll be mostly eating terrible
No, cut that. We haven't done that for a while. All right, Petra said.
Do more bong bong and honk.
No, it really didn't.
Fuck, we got to do bong bong and honk episode. Purely 30 minutes. Yeah.
Also, she said if you can slide a few of the old sayings in, it would help the T-shirt sales.
Oh, yeah.
Because we haven't said now it's your turn for a while, and you kept that quiet. So when we can orchestrate, and a bit of honk and bong bong, definitely.
Oh, we've got to do a whole episode.
I think they're my favourite T-shirts.
I just really want to edit it.
How are we going to... Can you do that voice for half an hour, do you think?
Yeah. Lazy Sundays.
I'd have to have the camera off. I really would.
Lazy Sunday morning.
Hello, David.
No, that's me.
Oh, how do I do mine? Hello. Oh, no, it is that.
Yeah, it's like Eeyore. Hello. Oh, yeah, that's me. Hello. That's like Barry
just hello. Loads of 15 minutes hello and then 15 minutes goodbye.
Definitely improvising new creatures in the show.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, like a giraffe or something.
What is it, mole? What's bong bong again?
Cow.
Oh, yeah. Don't do the face.
I have to get the voice out.
It looks like I
have to. I'll do it with my back to the camera.
Thank you. Oh, that's
God, I think I could do it like this.
I'll do it again. It made me laugh.
Are you sticking your fingers up a bit? I imagine you can.
I'm getting a screen grab. I'm getting a screen grab of your massive back. I should have done. Yeah, do it again. Do that again. It's like we've just
Fucking
discovered
hell.
turning round.
Fucking hell, my back. Fucking hell.
It's because it's by the camera. It looks like a lot of back. God, he's got a lot of back. It's so weird with your back to me.
That's all right. Here comes Jerry the giraffe.
Hello.
Oh my god.
That is not the rule of improvising, is it?
Yeah, clippity clop. Hello.
Hello. I'm completely lost.
Oh fucking hell. Imagine doing
Fuck
half hour of
this.
this.
Fuck this.
No, I've got to do it. I'm not now though. This is Rob's episode.
I can't do that for half an hour.
God.
I love that Rob came on and then left.
Yeah. God, when's he on? In 10 minutes?
Yeah.
What the fuck are we going to talk about? Let's do 10 minutes of Boom Boom. Actually, no, they should have their own episode.
Why?
I don't know.
No. Let's not rush.
All right then.
Honk and bong. I'm not. I need to build up to this.
Right. Oh,
So I'm just thinking how wake up feeling knowing we got to do a honk and bong bong episode. Flat.
God. I think I preferred myself when I didn't leap into things like in the first series. I like that I backed out. Now I'm fucking leaping into it and telling
I just
anecdotes.
did a giraffe voice that I'm going to think about all day. That's going to play on my mind that I did that, and I'm going to go. I wonder what David really thought when I said, because he did a jokey sort of ooh, but he probably thought ooh.
No, I quite liked it.
Or your shoulders made a sort of motion that you didn't. Sort of hunched over.
Oh, fuck. I sort of imagine it like Stella Street. They've got a shop. And there's all these animals that live down the road.
Oh, I've imagined them sort of a bit like Jungle Book, sort of walking along and meeting.
Okay, well, I haven't.
Well, I had. Maybe they walk along for 15 minutes and then come to the shop.
Okay. Okay, I just wanted the shop as a character within the story.
I wanted the jungle to be a character within the story.
I wonder if we need to ground it with a human character.
A straight man. Someone for them to play off.
Yeah, like a Martin from The Office, or whatever his name is. A Michael, what was it? Tim?
Get overexcited and message him asking if he'll come on our bong bong.
Oh my god.
Would you ground our episode of
Oh, and play Tim from The Office. Oh my god.
Get overexcited and send the message now. Or they'll regret it.
I haven't got a connection to Martin. Is it Martin? Why am I saying it?
Yeah, Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman. I keep thinking like my mum and dad's friend when I was growing up. Martin.
You're thinking of him?
Yeah, Martin Freeman. Oh yeah, he'd give it some.
He'd ground it. Are you comfortable doing that voice in front of Martin Freeman?
Yeah. Do you know what?
I'm not
that's
doing
a
the
mission for me. Come on. It might be one of those projects he goes, do you know what? That sounds like a lot of fun.
Just tell them
I'm
that.
fed up with doing all these crime dramas and whatnot.
Yeah.
I fancy a little bit of fun on a poddy.
I wonder if he can take a break from HBO.
Well, it'd take 10 minutes. I think. Do you know? I think he should be the shop owner, and we're all these magical creatures.
We are.
All right, please, Mowgli, whatever. It's been done.
Everything's been done.
He could be a toy shop owner. You've got history in the toy shop, and we're all these creatures that come alive. All these teddies and stuff.
Can he work at the Scalextrics counter like I did?
Yeah.
And we could go in and buy different Scalextrics cars.
Who can?
The animals.
No, they're already in there.
Well, they live in. What do you mean?
Yeah, they're on the shelves.
Oh, they're toys.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
And he talks to them like Dr. Dolittle or whatever.
Oh, like Night in the Museum.
Yeah, exactly that.
Maybe we hear the door close.
That's it. Sling. That's it.
And then.
Oh, that was a tough day, wasn't it, boys?
Oh,
welcome.
Yeah. Oh no! I
Fucking hell, I hate this.
It's annoying because I.
All right, Jerry.
I was in then, and you went,
right.
no, don't like it. I had my head turned to the. I was like, it's going to be a magical world. Then you went, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Let's do a magical world.
Yeah.
With Martin Freeman's toy shop.
I think it does need grounding. Martin, that's what it's called, Martin Freeman's toy shop.
Yeah, absolutely.
We just got to get him on board.
even if he doesn't do it, should we still call it Martin Freeman's toy shop?
No, because I want him to like me.
He doesn't know you.
He doesn't what?
Yeah, doesn't know us. He doesn't listen to Chattermix. Not a problem. Yeah, that would be good.
Have you ever met Martin Freeman?
I was filming him and her, and he walked past, and Lucy Kane was chatting to me, and she went, "Oh, hello, Martin," and they had a little chat like 7 feet away from me, and I had to pretend it wasn't mind blowing.
Well, that's good enough. There's our in.
Do you remember 12 years ago talking to Lucy Kane, and there was a guy in the background who was on his phone? That was me.
How'd you get in touch with Martin? Oh God, he doesn't want us talking about him like this.
Do you have Ewan McIntosh? Do you know him?
Yeah. You know, Naomi was in a band with you and McIntosh.
No. Yes, I did. I did know that, but it's still quite baffling to me that.
Whenever she tells everyone's what? Yeah.
Yeah. It's not something you ever sort of take as normal.
Yeah.
But is it weird? Is it weird if you get a contact going, "Hi, could I get Martin Freeman's number?" If you if that is it insulting? I don't know.
What?
Like if you got a hold of you and McIntosh.
This last minute has been just the pits.
Well, I don't know what to do about that.
So you say if you contact someone and you're not asking for them to be on,
someone got a hold.
Well, this isn't.
You.
You know, we're not asking. It's not their toy shop. It's Martin Freeman's toy shop.
Okay. Yeah, sure. It's purely because we've called it Martin Freeman's that we're not contacting you to be the shop owner.
Yeah.
Okay. That was all I was asking.
Does Chris Addison write Breeders?
He directs Breeders. He does.
There you go. Isn't Chris Addison a cheddar biscuit?
I think he might be.
I think he might be.
Are you listening, Chris?
I don't think he's listening.
He's always busy.
I was thinking yesterday, a couple of days ago, I thought, I'll get Chris Addison on.
Yeah, I love Chris.
He's one of the best tweeters in my eyes.
Is he?
Yeah, in my eyes. He doesn't follow Chattermix.
Oh, well, he might be a listener. I always think he's really clever when I'm meeting him.
Oh my God, I met him backstage after a gig. Honestly.
Yeah.
I'd love to talk to him about that. I'd love that. I just shriveled up in the corner.
He talked to me he was talking to someone and I was in the room about something and I was like, oh God, you really know stuff, don't you? I was like, fuck.
Can you DM him?
I've got his text and I've got his number.
There you go.
Should I do it now?
I mean, I genuinely
I forgot what we're texting about. Him to come on.
Well, 3 or 4 days ago, I saw his name on Twitter and thought, oh, Chris Addison would be good to come on. And then I just thought, oh, he knows Martin Fripp. We could do a...
Yeah, I'm going to ask him. Who would come? Oh, here's Rob.
Of course. Could be Chris Addison's toy shop, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Should we delete all the Martin Freeman chat? See what Rob thinks of the idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe Rob.
All right, Rob.
start video.
Yeah. Hey.
How are
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. You all right?
Yeah.
Can we run an idea past you?
Yeah.
We have two characters, do two voices called Honk.
I don't want to run the idea up past him.
Okay, forget it. How are you, mate? You're right.
How are you, Rob?
Honk and what?
Don't worry.
No.
Okay.
We got an idea for a thing and we'll lose interest in it. I just suddenly thought in about half an hour we'll have forgotten we ever talked about it, so it's pointless. This is about you.
How are you?
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right. Is my screen stretched?
Show off. You got one of those. You got one of those bendy
sorry,
screens.
have I got a massive widescreen TV?
Are you coming through a massive telly in your house?
To be fair, you could lean back a bit, I reckon.
Yeah. You're very
There's the
close.
sun shining on your... Are you in front of the window?
Yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. God almighty. No, honestly.
What you got trousers hanging on the back of your cupboard? Oh, well, that's weirder.
Oh, no, God, that's...
No,
actually,
that's
that's good. No, that's good for a screen grab.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do a screen grab.
Oh, poetry, Rob Auton.
It's quite haunting. God almighty. Blink, please blink.
No, I've got. Yeah, what are those? They're trousers. Yeah, that's a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
Don't mean to boast again.
Things are working out rather nicely. For Rob.
They are, aren't they? It's absolutely kicking
Where are
off.
you in the world, Rob?
Hackney,
Hackney.
Ooh,
just near Victoria Park, opposite Lidl.
Little.
It's the closest I've ever lived to a supermarket. It's mad though. You know, you want a pastry, 2 minutes later you're downstairs,
You've
you're in
got-
Lidl and
you've
you've got
got
one. And then,
And do you know what? What a lovely way to look at life. We've got there's one near us which I think is like a Premier Lidl's. Have you heard
What's
of
that?
these? They're like
Marks and Spencer's.
well, yes, they call them Marks and Spencers. No, they're like fancier Lidl's.
Oh,
Really?
right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's true. Someone just told me that.
That's funny, that isn't it? You know, when you said Premier Lidl and then I said Marks and Spencer's, that was one of those things that I thought was going to be funny. You know, like when I do that in shows and stuff like that, where you're like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say this is going to be something that people find funny, and then you just It's such a specific feeling, isn't it?
There might be listeners now still laughing, and you're just trampling over their laughter.
They've had to pause that bit because they're laughing so much.
It's so hard.
Some of them have gone back with the old 30-second jump back bit and gone, let me get that straight. Let me get this.
It's so difficult.
What, comedy?
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible, isn't it?
It's a drain.
Really hard.
You've come on the right pod, honestly.
Yeah,
you come on the
home.
right pod.
Welcome home.
Yeah. Are we recording now?
Pardon?
Come and put your head on my breast. How is comedy going, Rob? You just go, oh, it's hard.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm enjoying it. I think I had a audition for this part that I was like, oh, if I get that, I'd love that. Then I won't have to do my tour, and everything would come in. And but I've started doing it, and now I'm absolutely loving doing my tour, and I'm kind of annoyed with myself for kind of not wanting to do it, because it was like, it's like being at the bottom of a mountain, isn't it? And looking at all these gigs you got to do and go, whoa, God, that's going to be a lot of trains, and that's going to be a lot of speaking to technicians before the shows and things like that. And
feel quite lonely talking to technicians.
Yeah, well, it's a skill, isn't it? It's a skill of trying to articulate what you want in a polite and accurate way.
What do you need lots of things then?
Not really. I mean,
I need no tech.
I've got like maybe about, in this thing I'm doing at the moment, I think I've got about maybe 5 or 6 sound cues and about the same light cues. But I mean, it's funny. I went somewhere the other day that will remain nameless, but I said, have you got Spotify? Could we do a pre-show playlist? And they said, no, we haven't got Spotify. I said, all right, so do you just play some songs before the people come on normally then? And they said, no.
You sound quite aggressive here, Rob.
Yeah, I imagine being that tech guy going, whoa, calm down. What's with the attitude? I know you've had a long train journey, but it's not that kind of town.
Go on.
Shit, are you being serious there?
Why are you banging on about Spotify as this poor gentleman?
He gets paid naffle, and some big bollocks comes up from London giving it the big one about Spotify.
No, go on.
And anyway, he said, I said, well, what, can we play some music? I said, please, can we play some music before? And he's like, well, not. I said, well, he said, oh, we've got these 2 CDs. I was like, oh, what CDs have you got? And he was like, well, this is now 101. This is now 105. And I looked at the back of the double albums, and I hardly recognised anything.
Right.
And apart from like this Bob Marley track, that was a dance remix, and I thought, oh yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
That can be some walk-on music.
Yeah.
And anyway, I just thought, just out of interest, I'd just like to hear what that sounds like. So I said, oh, can we possibly do a quick run through of that walk-on music? And then he started playing it, and it was something completely different. And I was like, oh. Anyway, this is a bad story, sorry.
With a lovely little end. With a lovely little bit.
But on the whole, no, it's going lovely. Like that was, I think the thing is, because I did Edinburgh, and Edinburgh was quite full on, as always, but it was, I felt like I put myself through a real test of it, and then now I'm enjoying the show a lot more.
Are you doing a lot of PR for the show?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I'm doing this.
Yeah, this has got a lovely reach.
Yeah, this. I doubt you'll.
Yeah, this is good. I listen to this all the time. I think.
Do you, Rob?
Oh, big time, yeah.
It always makes me cringe.
What
Sorry, I mean, no.
What do I want to know? What? Not why.
No, I don't want to ask any
what's your
questions,
favourite?
Joe.
No, I do.
No, the streaker one is something that I've laughed at the most.
Oh, he's amazing, isn't he?
Yeah, but
Does
it's
that
just
film thing happen? Do we know?
No,
Someone got in contact.
Never going to happen. Never going to happen.
Someone making a film about him.
Well, I'm sure he said like Disney were interested, and
Sylvester Stallone to play him. Disney. I think at one point,
like an animated stripper, like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
No, he had his willy. Well, he didn't have his willy out, but he had a tiny little thong on, didn't he?
He basically had it out. Was he in Spain?
Yeah, on his bed with his willy in the thong. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's good.
Yeah, he came in strong.
He's going to have a tough time in Qatar, isn't he?
Yeah. Fucking hell. I wonder if he's doing it.
I'm hoping he's got people. I'm hoping he's got people around him that are saying nothing.
It's not a good idea.
I don't want you to do this, please.
Oh, fucking
Well,
hell.
no, it's funny, isn't it? I think that of doing live gigs and stuff. It's just, I mean, you'll have to excuse me, right? I was doing an interview the other day. Not interview, but I was on this radio, I think. And within 2 minutes, the interviewer said, "Have you got ADHD?" And I said,
What?
I said, "No, I don't think so." And he said, "Well, I've just been diagnosed with ADHD, and it's like looking in a mirror, looking at you." And I was like, "Well,
Who was this?
So if I change subject a lot, I thought that was just kind of chatting. You know, when you talk and then something else comes into your mind, and then you kind of go off on a tangent."
Was this Claudia Winkleman?
Yeah.
That sounds really Claudia Winkleman.
It does. It's very Winkles.
She does like to fuck with people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God.
But no, so
Have you?
yes, I've forgotten what I was talking about now.
Well, have you? I've started thinking, have I got something? I've started thinking, surely we've all got something.
Oh yeah, of course.
We've got something.
That's what I like. That's what I like to think. I kind of go through my life believing that no one's all right, really.
No.
All right, yeah, like everyone's got something.
We're as close as you can get.
If you're looking for a sort of mean, a kind of something to work against, how do I get where they are? Happily use us.
Last time I saw you, Joe, was Brighton in the when you were doing the marathon.
That's what Joe
marathon.
said.
I said, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I very down about it when I spoke to you about it.
No,
I think because
Is it
few
post
marathon.
You
Finishing
haven't spoken about the marathon at all. It's annoying.
Well, I'll tell you a bit about it.
Yeah.
Now. When at the end of it, I finished it, and I was so furious that I'd done it because it was horrendous.
Were you
And,
really? You were angry that you chosen to do it.
Well, it was so painful, and like I didn't get any of the high. Like people, they say this thing like, oh, the last sort of you hit the wall, but like the crowd sort of cheering you on gets you to the end. All of that just annoyed me. I was just like, I hate this. This is really hurting, and I don't know why I've done it. And then you finish, and everyone's sort of elated. And
Did you get anyone as you approached the finish line going? Dun, 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 dun. That's a great little. No,
to be honest with you, I'd sort of shut down at that point. But people kept coming up to me afterwards and going, "Oh, well done. Did you enjoy it?" And I kept going, "No, I didn't actually." And Petra had said to me, "Stop saying that because it's sort of bursting a lot of people's bubbles."
Right. He's saying it now, to be fair.
Well, no, it's months later, but it was
Yeah.
people who'd just done it.
Right.
So they've got their medal and they're going, "Oh, well done. Did you enjoy it?" And I was like, "No, I didn't."
Why didn't you? What was that
Didn't
about?
enjoy
Why
it.
didn't you enjoy that bit?
I don't know. It just like really hurt for like 9 miles. And I sort of didn't get the amount of satisfaction that you required to make that last 9 miles sort of go away. So I was just a bit cross about the whole thing.
did you have people shouting at you like, go on, Joe. You know, with that.
Yeah.
Did you have your name written on your?
No, I didn't have my name written on
But
it.
that's it. I think people kind of sometimes. I've got a thing in my shut about that. Like, I love shouting people's names that I don't know when they've got their names written on them at marathons. You know, like you can't normally shout someone's name at the top of your voice that you don't know. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess if they're kind of seeing you and they're maybe familiar with you and then they're shouting your name at you, was that something that kind of annoyed you a bit?
Well, it wasn't really that because everyone's really supportive. It was more like people go, "Come on, mate, you can do it," and I was like, "This is it. This is all I've got." It's hurt.
Is
so
it
much.
like being in a bed dying and you've got people around you and people are stroking your arm, you're like, fuck off.
It is a bit like that
Let
because
me
you're like
die.
going, I'm in agony, and this.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it is. You hit, like, you know, they say hit the wall. I was like, what's that mean? But it's like you can't go on. You're so exhausted, and your body's like lead, and then you see a sign that says 18 miles, and you go, I've got 8 and a bit to go. That's insane. You'd never start a run of 8 miles feeling like this.
Wow, fuck.
You would never do it. You go, you look at the state of you. Why are you going to run 8 miles now? Go to bed. You're ill.
And you're a public figure.
Yeah, that was a bit weird, isn't it? That was a
Yucky.
bit weird.
But you want a bit of privacy there because you're probably looking like a bag of shit.
Yeah, I really. And also, I was running, but I was going. It was pathetic. It was really like, and people go, "Come on, mate," and I'm like, honestly, you don't know what I'm.
Oh, I
feeling.
think I get it now. Yeah, you can't give it any more. It's like being on a football pitch. I'm a left back. I can't give it any more.
Yeah, I don't have the ability to get that ball in any better.
So at that point, you saw Rob. Is that what it was?
No, I think what happened was quite a few people had I chatted to quite a few people, and we Petch said don't. We sort of said, between us went, I'm going to be a bit more positive about it because it's a bit unfair on everyone coming up and going, oh, well done, and me going, oh, I didn't really enjoy that. It's just a bit of a. But by the time I saw Rob, I'd learnt not to say I didn't enjoy that.
Do you know what? I think I saw you before. I think it was after the half marathon.
Oh, was it the half? Oh, so I wouldn't have
so.
been in a mood.
No, you were with your mate.
I was with Simon. Yes, it was the half. Then I would have been fine. I enjoyed that one. So all of that was irrelevant because it was not the marathon. It was the half marathon. Yes. And you were. What were you doing there? You were seeing your friend's dad running or something.
Yeah, no, my father-in-law was doing
Your
it.
father-in-law. That's right.
You married, right? I saw your wedding ring.
Yeah.
When did you get married?
Mate.
Did you?
Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thanks very much.
I noticed your wedding ring. I've never noticed a wedding ring before.
No, well, it's 2 inches in length, isn't it? It's really thick in it.
It's like a metal finger.
yeah, it's just a claw. But no, my Peter, father-in-law, he's I think he's 70, and he was doing the marathon. He's done 512 park runs.
Wow, I've done 216.
What, the Brighton Park run?
Yeah.
The Brighton Park run, Rob?
No, like London Bushy Park and on there.
Right.
You've done 216, Joe? That's a lot.
I was injured for 18 months. Otherwise, I should be on about 350.
What's your fastest park run?
My official one is 22 minutes, but my
Fucking
fastest...
hell, you haven't got any faster than that in 5-6 years.
Listen, in lockdown, I did 21.18.
Well, so you say.
Oh, don't take that away.
That's quick, isn't it?
That is quick.
It's not bad for me.
That's quick.
I was doing
I
in
can't do
lockdown
that
last
at the
yeah.
Do you
started
run, Rob?
running.
You got a nice
Well,
body?
I started running around Victoria Park.
Yeah.
That's about 6, or I think it's maybe 5 kilometres or something. And I did it, and it took me 45 minutes with a long stop in the middle, and it was horrific. I just, when you do that first one,
Yeah.
and you think, oh my God, I used to be able to like at least move. When you haven't done any form of exercise for a while, and but then I did it for about 3 weeks doing them, and I was making good progress, and then it got to Christmas, and then I just took 3 weeks off for not doing it over Christmas or something, and then just stopped because I tried to do it after Christmas, and it was just a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Need to
Have you
keep
got a
it
nice body?
No, I don't have a nice body. No,
No.
I wish I did, but it takes a lot of effort. Oh yeah, I was listening to Paul Chowdhury one, and
His body's ridiculous.
Fucking unbelievable body.
but when he started talking about what he needs to do every day
Oh,
to get that, I thought
no. It's,
I'm not bothered enough. Like if I could do that with my mind, and I could get my mind into a really nice
yeah.
shape or something, I was like, oh, my
mind.
thoughts are like so brilliant,
Sexy.
yeah, sexy thoughts, but I can't. It's like
It's great to have a really sexy brain you want to get out.
yeah, it's pretty handy.
We watched I'm a Celeb, the first episode, me and Naomi, and there's a guy from Hollyoaks, and he's showered. And I really tried to play it cool. Honestly, normally I'd go, oh, look at him, but I thought I'd say nothing as if it's not even touching me. And it really was touching me. And I'm just wondering what she was thinking. Looking at him.
But what is that? Do you think that's what is that weights? It's going to be weights, isn't it?
Weights,
He's 22
diet,
as well,
yeah,
isn't he?
weights,
22.
diet, and
But isn't like when I'm imagining, this is probably my safety net in my own head, that someone like that is so attractive or so sort of it becomes like not real. So you can't go, well, that's
do you know what I'm
something.
imagining? Demi Moore with Robert Redford going, give me one night with him, please.
For 40 quid.
That's what I'm imagining.
I watched it last night for the first time ever.
What, a decent proposal?
Yeah.
That would have blown my fucking mind.
It's a super film.
Oh my God. But literally the chances, I would have gone, you set that up. You set that up.
Oh, I'd love to
I'll
do a
talk
deep
about-
dive.
You two have gone, I'll talk about bodies, and you talk about the jungle, and then I'll say, and then knowing Joe, he'll do that stupid fucking joke where I go, what, indecent proposal? And then I'll say, yeah, and then we'll talk about the film and see what he does.
Well, yeah, no, it's brilliant film, isn't it?
It's really good. It brings up questions if you're in a
We are
relationship.
talking about the jungle now, aren't we?
No, indecent proposal.
No, I can't believe Hunt and Deck were in Indecent Proposal.
Yeah.
I watched the Sunday one, and I was watching. I found Ant and Deck quite funny. They really
big
make me
time.
laugh. They really make me laugh.
They're amazing.
I think they sort of know the level of the material is sort of where it is.
They never miss a beat. Never.
Unbelievable.
It's-
I think
yeah.
as well, because there's a bit of history to it now, isn't there? Like their partnership and what one of them's like been through, and like getting back on track.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like seeing them and like being brilliant, and you're like, oh, brilliant! I'm so chuffed.
Yeah, you're
that
sort
they're
of
kind
pleased for them, aren't you?
Oh, totally, yeah.
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 I still
Have
can't.
you ever been asked, Joe? Or have either of you been asked to do the jungle?
Oh, the jungle. No.
No, that surprises me.
Really?
Well, surely they've asked fucking everyone. No, I'm just saying. They haven't they? Look who's on it.
I can't remember. But Boy George looks good value.
Oh.
I think.
Have you seen the Culture Club documentary from about 10 years ago?
Oh yeah, fuck
So good.
Yeah. I did like their little joke. I can't remember who it was, but it was a Come a Chameleon joke that Anton Deck did.
Right.
Was it about Come a Comedian or it went Come a Comedian or something like that? Anyway,
Something like that. Yeah.
have you seen that? He's got a tattoo on the top of his head. Have you seen it? Did you see it last night?
Who?
By George.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like it's like in his hair.
Right,
like
yeah.
a
He was
star
bald,
that goes
wasn't he,
up.
for a while? He was
Oh
had it all
yeah,
shaved
God,
off.
sorry. I was thinking someone had done a tattoo
Through
when he
his
had his
hair.
hair, and they were like having to work through his hair. But no,
Absolutely not.
Who's the
Chris
Chris
hunky guy in
Moyles
it?
makes me...
Oh, sorry, go on.
I don't know how I feel about Chris Moyles at the moment, because he's so silver and old.
But I also don't think he's being his authentic self yet. I feel like he's... do you know what I think when I was watching Moyles? I was thinking, you've probably been paid the most, so you've got to bring the fire, bring the heat. So he's trying a little bit too hard.
Right.
Whereas we just want to see Chris.
What I feel like is when he appeared, it's like you literally could have taken anyone off the street and said, "I'm Chris Moyles," because it looks nothing like the '90s Chris Moyles. Does
I
he?
forget he was a big old boy, wasn't he?
He was big and he was brown, black hair. He could be anyone.
I want to see. Sorry, I know I shouldn't do this, but I want to see a picture of Chris Moores in his heyday. Because I've seen quite a lot of him, so I sort of forget that he was like what he was before. God, they're all bloody Nora. Yeah, okay.
It's completely different hue. It's just weird when he walked in that big palace at the start. It's like,
I don't know if you could see that one.
that's
But
what
you're
I mean.
right.
Because it's just another bloke.
It could be this man attacked that man.
Exactly.
Or whatever. Yeah, you know what I mean, like
Okay. We'll reveal his name's Danny Waller. He's not Chris Moyles.
They did that on Big Brother, didn't they? They said someone was in a girl band, and she wasn't. She was just a random.
Really?
Yeah, on the Celebrity Big Brother one, they said.
Right.
I think it was the girl who ended up marrying the Arctic Monkeys fellow, or the, you know, the one that Amstel made fun of. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, from Preston from the Ordinary Boys.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I think the lady he married was in there. Anyway.
Can you play any instruments, Rob? I imagine you can.
I can not really, but I can play guitar just well enough for me to enjoy it myself. Like I learned a few chords out of one of those kind of thin books you get in the music shop, and started playing a tiny little bit. But yeah, I find it relaxing, and I'd love to be able to like play the piano. I mean, one of my favourite things is when, you know, someone sits down in a pub and they can play the piano. I mean, I'd just absolutely love to be able to do that.
I'd love the idea of just having never told anyone I could play the piano, and then just one day
Oh God, everyone's like, amazed by you.
just blown, and just go
I learnt Smooth Criminal at the weekend
on the what?
on the acoustic.
Did you?
Yeah, I've been playing it a lot.
Do you want to play it now?
Yes.
No, because
Yeah.
I won't be very good.
That's fine.
Right.
Come on, play it.
I'll have to go out and get it.
That's fine. Where's the guitar?
Up there. I don't want. Yes.
I watched.
Rob, you buckled way too early there for me, my friend. We were meant to stare at him until he felt like he had to go and do it. Sorry,
No, I
Rob.
can't do it. I did it with an audience the other night when someone went to, I started doing this bit where I tried to sing a tiny bit, and it's just a rhyming thing. And someone in the audience just kind of got up and left at that point when I started to sing, and I just stopped, and I thought, well,
Oh my God.
he thinks he's got out of seeing that, but I'm going to wait until he gets back from the toilet and then do it.
Yeah. Plenty.
But I was waiting.
Plenty of that.
I waited for 5 minutes and stopped the show, and but then it was too long and I buckled.
Do you get much shit? Like, people give you any grief when you do stand up?
A bit. Not. I haven't done many like full-on comedy shows. Like, I mean, I did one at the Comedia a Saturday night,
Right, yeah.
a few months ago, where there was several stag and hen do's in, but
Is
it was
Henry
all really,
booking that?
Yeah.
Fuck. And you still get the same sort of audiences in?
No, it was all really good natured actually.
Oh, okay.
But like, you know, really nice hen and stag do's. But when I think because I'm mainly doing stuff on the tour shows, people are normally all right, and because I haven't had that much like exposure to a wider audience. The only people who are coming are people who've either seen me in Edinburgh or seen me in the past.
Or Chatter Biscuits.
And Chatter Biscuits.
You're
Might
going to
get
get
a
an
few crunches, mate.
yeah, you're going to get an influx of absolute lunatics in the next few years. Crunch! What? Crunch! What?
What's your
off.
favourite episode of this? I mean, I was, do you know, one time, it was recently, where was I? I was coming back from somewhere, and it was one of those nights where transport just goes up the wall, and it was just really bad. But I was waiting for a bus, and I thought, I'll just put this on, and it was gone midnight, and I put it on, and it was the Paul Foot episode. And you know, it just instantly, I was like, oh, this is all right. You know?
Yeah. How does it feel when Rob said he's listening to us just in his spare time, Joe?
I really liked it.
Same here.
I was like, fucking hell. I sort of went, oh yeah, cool.
Oh no, it's
Cool. Yeah, but I was like, cool. Not like buzzing, just cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Rob Auton.
I can't believe someone pulls out, downloads it, and listens to it. It's mad.
I was sat next to a bloke at the football last night, and he's just like, very nice guy, just sat there, and he just turned to me and went, still doing the podcast?
Wow.
I was like, yeah, he went, yeah. So must be fun.
Yeah.
And I did one of my classics. Well, you know, someone's got to do it. Oh,
Well,
something
you know,
embarrassing like that.
I listen to this, and a lot of people listen to this podcast, but doesn't it even touch the sides with you guys thinking, oh, we're doing really good stuff. Because we're on TV a lot. We're doing this. We've just had film at Sundance. We're absolutely. Don't you feel like you're doing really well?
Absolutely.
No, it's a good question.
Yeah. Well, I'm embarrassed. Whatever I'm going to say now, I think.
Good.
But I'm just wondering, but maybe because
well played, Robert. Well played.
If it's a gradual thing where you're working really hard, and then you start to do things, and then you did your, what was the Rovers called?
It's called Rovers, Rob.
Yeah.
Thank you
What was
very
the Rovers
much for
sitcom
asking.
called?
What was the Rovers? I thought it had a word before Rovers. So he did that, and then so it's like, is it like a gradual thing where there's never any points where you go, oh, we're doing. I guess there isn't, because then maybe you get complacent.
Well, everyone thinks it's going to win. Like, it's amazing amount of, like, didn't you say Samuel L. Jackson assumes his last? Did you say this, David? So I think you said Samuel L. Jackson goes, well, that's the last time.
I'll beat the name out. I remember being. I might need to go and work at B&Q, and I was like, at that point, I was like, oh my god, why are you thinking like this?
My other half said something to me a few years ago, and I was not moaning, but you're just having one of those sort of fucking. And she went, if when you started stand up, like in 2004. And you knew that you were doing that now, how would you feel? I was like, I'd go, fucking hell, that's mad, isn't it? She went, yes, now shut up. Not that, but horrible, but basically along those lines.
A bit like your marathon running story.
I painted her badly there. I think it was more
I
sort
don't
of normal.
like that this has become about us, Rob.
Yeah, Rob, okay. Yeah, and I'm annoyed how quickly I went into, and yeah, I feel a bit like this.
I know. I was like, oh, fucking self-indulgent is this shit.
No, it's interesting though, because
stop being interesting. Let's talk about you.
but I watched the film, the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay,
this is
continue.
getting a bit.
Come on, you're on
It's
tour,
coming on a bit like
Rob,
a fanboy, isn't it? I am on tour. Yeah, so I'm on tour. See you later, guys.
When are you touring until?
But yeah, we need to promote this bugger. We want tickets sold. We want bums
Yeah,
on
please,
seat,
Chatter Biscuits.
Well, I messaged you. You said you'd come to the Brighton one, but I didn't see you.
When's the Brighton one?
Yes,
It was
a little moment on the pod. Look at Joe's face. What, mate?
Oh, fucking hell! Is it gone? Oh,
but we've
fantastic.
It was full, so we've put another one in.
Oh, fuck you!
Oh yeah,
When?
I'll be there, mate.
No, fuck, I'll put it in the diary. When is it, Rob? Well, you've got to tell us anyway. It's just promoting it.
Yeah.
Where is it? The Comedia?
Yeah, Comedia.
So that one's sold out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in the studio, so it's
Lovely
you get
room.
about 100 people in there.
Really nice.
Yeah, I loved it. But
Yeah.
it was just mad because it was Brighton on a Friday night, and I love doing gigs in Brighton. I think it's some of those at the Carolina Brunswick and things like that. And I was doing it, and there's a bit in the second half of the show where I kind of pretend. So all the music builds to kind of a crescendo, and then the lights come on the stage, and then I just don't go on stage. And normally in theatres and stuff like that, people are going, "Oh, where is he?" But in the Brighton room, everyone was just hammered, and they were just talking between themselves, and they didn't know that anything was happening. So it was just really interesting, really, to see the difference in the dynamics of crowds. It's just an assault course every time, isn't it? It's just
Do you think
mad.
weekends are that much different, like Friday and Saturday?
I think in Edinburgh, Saturdays are the hardest day for me, definitely. For me, I just think that there's a bit more, people have got a bit more riding on a Saturday, haven't they? Whereas I love doing gigs on Sunday and Thursday, maybe Friday.
Is Friday, Saturday they're just more pissed? As simple as that.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, normally up at the Fringe, my shows are at like 2:30 in the afternoon, so not really.
Sundays are the hardest, aren't they? Because everyone's thinking about the working week. And
when I was in Manchester on Sunday night, that was hard.
Yeah, it's always a bit
I still
sticky.
loved it, but it's difficult to get people out of that mindset, isn't it?
Yeah,
like heartbeat.
Exactly. You just got to do your homework. You got to go to school the next day. Yeah.
But it's. I do love trying it, and like I was in Bradford the other day, and there was it was at the Alhambra. Have you ever been there? Well, it's a big theatre. They've got a studio space, but so you've got to kind of go into the front of the building, and it's this huge. It looks like some sort of palace, really. But anyway, I was in the studio space, and there was a volunteer. In the art centres, whatever, you get volunteers who take the tickets, and they stand at the side of the stage when you're on stage. And I started my set, and I said, "Oh, give me a cheer if you've ever seen me before." And like 2 or 3 people went, "Yeah," and I said, "Really?" And then the volunteer at the side went, "Oh, you seem surprised." I was like, "What?
What, out loud?"
Oh yeah. She's like chipping in. I said, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "Oh, nothing."
So you can't prepare for anything, can you? You
No.
can't prepare for. You don't know what's going to happen. Flip
No,
me.
I think that's the best thing, isn't it? I think
Yeah.
when I saw that, and they're like the memorable times, aren't they? Like when you were doing the gig on Bob's Bus. I don't know if you remember one time when there was a guy and you were doing it, and you said something, and I don't know, but his response was, "Oh, you dim some, you lose some."
Amazing.
Then,
you dim some, you lose some.
You dim some, you lose some.
That's incredible.
And then everyone kind of laughed, and he said, "Oh, you can have that if you want it." And you went, "Don't want it." "Don't want it, mate." And it was.
I've told this,
I remember that forever,
lose some.
I've
dim some, you
I've
lose
told
some.
this story quite a few times, but Matt Crosby used to run that gig in Whitstable.
Yeah.
And he said, I've said it so many times because it still makes me laugh. It didn't make anyone else laugh, but he basically said to a guy, "What do you do?" And this guy went, "Oh, I work for the Harvester restaurants." And Matt talked to him for a bit and then spoke to a guy on the other side of the room and said, "Who do you work for?" And he worked for, what's another one? I can't remember, like Beefeater or something. And he goes, "Oh, I don't want to, oh, you work for, I don't want to start a turf war." And Matt said, "Oh, should I say a surf and turf war?" And I was like, "Yes, that's wonderful." And he got nothing. And Matt went on for about 15 minutes about how brilliant that was. Which,
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Although it's only worth like a little nod. Just that.
well, I wanted more for him. I think deep down I thought,
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I was just telling you about an audience member in Edinburgh when I was going into the room, and the technician said, "Oh, I think Deborah Meaden's in your crowd today."
Why didn't you open with this?
But maybe you can move this to the front. So this was this Edinburgh, and anyway, there's a bit in the show where I sit within the audience and then pretend to be in the crowd. And then anyway, I was sitting behind someone who looked like Deborah Meaden before the show had started, and then the lights go up, and then I don't go on stage. And then people are looking around, oh, what's happening? Where is he? And then I start shouting like, get on with it, you know. And then she turned around and looked at me. Deborah Meaden.
Was it Deborah Meaden?
Yeah, it was, yeah. and then she looked at me as if to say, what are you doing? Why are you shouting out like that? Because she'd obviously never seen me before and didn't know that I was performing. And I was like, get on with it, dickhead, you know. You can't sit in the audience for your own show. And anyway, I started to get people to chant, "We want Rob," and she really got on board really quickly, and she was like, "We want Rob," like that. And anyway,
this is one of the best stories we've ever had,
especially in the Dragon Den section.
I was doing the show, and there's a bit in it where I talk about, oh, if all you lot got stuck on a desert island together, eventually someone would emerge and reveal themselves to be a fair and competent leader that people trusted. And anyway, I started looking at her, and then I pointed at her, and I said, I think it would be you. And then I said, oh, you know, just to let you know, Deborah Meaden from Dragon's Den is here today. And she started to sink into her seat, but was laughing at the same time of going, oh, don't. She was really good.
Yeah.
Audience member, really. And then I got a bit where I say, oh, I've got a business idea. I want to set up a business in Torquay doing walking tours where people on the tour are all in touch via portable radios, but I can't think of a suitable name for the business, which, you know, walkie-talkie. And then I said, I said to her, oh yeah, actually, Deborah, I've got a business idea for this. Do you think that this would work? And she started getting up out of her seat. And then I was like, no, I think I said, you stay there. This is not your stage or something like that. But I think that she would have been up for like coming on stage and me doing some sort of business proposal, you know. That's a memory. And then afterwards it was nice to meet her, and she seems like a proper legend, actually.
Yeah, I get the feeling.
Get up.
Hey?
She wanted to get up on stage. She was quickly up.
Rob, are you up for doing 3 poems? I think it'll work. Throw them in there. So we'll stick a little bit of music.
It'd be nice, and then there's like interstitials.
Yeah. Rob's. What do you want to
have
call
I
it?
ever reviewed what this section?
Robert's. Yeah.
Poetry. Robert Auton's poetry. Rob Auton's poetry, probably better.
You could be like, can't get on Dictionary Corner, so doing that.
Absolutely. Little plug there if you're listening.
Yeah, sort us out, Joe.
Absolutely. We'll see.
Surely we'll scratching backs. Come on.
Basically, what kind
you
of
could literally email the producer now.
See what you got. I hate myself for even jokingly saying that. What a prick.
Just email her. I might as well email her now.
Rob Auton's Poetry Moment.
Have either of you two got upstairs neighbours?
No, I've got side neighbours.
You got side neighbours. You got neighbours, David, that you can hear.
I can hear my neighbour who cutting the lawn. You might be able to hear it.
All right. Well, this is about our upstairs neighbours that we can hear, who got a new puppy, and I could really hear all of what was she saying.
Is that the title?
Yeah, that's the time. I need
Is
to
it longer than
condense
the
it, don't I?
Amen.
It's called Good Boy. Our neighbours that we can hear have got a new puppy. The lady says words to it such as "good boy" and "no." I've started to pretend the lady is talking to me as a result of my actions. Since I started writing this, I've been called a good boy 4 times. Oh, it feels great just to be encouraged. Oh, she just said, no. Maybe she didn't like that line about being encouraged. She is right. I must never, ever, ever get overconfident. She's telling me to sit, but I'm already sitting down. Oh, I'm a good boy again now. I guess I must have sat down even more. Not sure how I pulled that off. We're back on track. I don't know how I will feel if I see the puppy. I'll probably feel ashamed that I've been using compliments aimed at him for the sake of my own mental health. Sometimes when the puppy is left alone, he makes high-pitched noises like a windscreen wiper. When nobody is calling him a good boy, I want to shout up, "Good boy! You good boy!" just to make myself feel a bit better, if anything. But yeah, I've tried to keep a diary, but I always do it for a couple of weeks and then sack it off. And but I was thinking, if I could have kept a diary from the first day of my life, what would that be like? So this is a diary entry from the day I was born. Dear diary, it's 8:50 p.m. on Friday night, and I've just been born, with the whole weekend in front of me, as well as my entire life. Oh, it feels great being born on a Friday night. I guess I need to start getting ready. I'd like my funeral to be on a Friday night. Service at 7 p.m, wake until late. At least then it'll be Saturday the next day for everybody else. People won't have to worry about work in the morning. They can concentrate on mourning in the morning. I don't need to think about that yet. Yesterday I didn't officially exist. Now look at me. I've actually been crying quite a lot so far. It's not that I don't want to be here, it's just that at the moment it's the only thing I know how to do with any real conviction. My first day on earth and it's my birthday. What a coincidence. Can't see any party preparations. Maybe it's going to be a surprise, just like I was. It would be just family anyway, because when you're first born, you only have family because you haven't had time to make any friends yet. Instant family. Just add life. I wonder what my parents will want me to do with my time. Make the most of it, presumably. That's what all parents want for their children, isn't it? I owe it to myself to try to enjoy it. I haven't seen myself in the mirror yet. I wonder what I will look like when I'm a full day old. I hope I don't look too old when I'm a day old. A day is a very, very long time when you're only 5 minutes old. Yeah. Well, I like talking. I think talking is kind of like a vitamin, isn't it? If you could take it, it's like the vitamin pills. You should be able to go into like a Holland and Barrett, and then you're just talking to the person behind the desk, and you're like, "Yeah, I've got what I need, cheers." The vitamin of talking. Why do I talk? I'm led to believe it's good for me, and everybody else does it. I was on a busy train and a man was talking to himself. Oh, God, there's just too many people. as if he wasn't adding to it. He had an itch and he scratched it with his words. 2 people behind me on the train were talking. Wow, it's busy, isn't it? And the other person said, yeah, it's popular. 2 distinctly different outlooks. I wish I could think of absolutely rammed trains as popular. Whoa, this is a popular train. This must be a really good one, this one. Oh, it's so good people are willing to pay to sit on the floor. Look, it's rammed. Then they're all talking about sitting on the floor. Everyone really wants to be on this train, don't they? I can't believe I got a ticket. Oh, I'm so thrilled to be on such a popular train. How exciting. Sometimes I hear conversations and I want to mummify them so they'll keep. Like when I was on a train up to York and I heard a lady talking on the phone and she said, oh, Linda, it was so busy in Madam's Hussards you couldn't move. It kept me going for ages. Once I heard 2 businessmen talking on the train and one said to the other, when's your last day then? And the other one said, tomorrow. And he seemed so calm about it. I guess he was just travelling to see his loved ones like I would be doing if it was my last day tomorrow. I saw a man on the phone on the train pretending to go through a tunnel once. Oh, sorry, I'm just coming up to a tunnel, so it's probably going to cut. And then he hung up. Before mobile phones, people didn't apologise for going through tunnels. My mum never hangs up on me. At the end of our phone calls, she always says, talk to you again then, Rob. And I say, yeah, I hope so, Mum. When I see 2 people deep in conversation on the train and I'm on my own, I often wish I was there with someone to talk to, but then I say to myself, no, Rob, remember, the barbecue always smells better from over the fence.
Rob, thanks so much for coming on.
That was brilliant fun, Rob.
Yeah,
So nice
loved
to
it.
see you.
Thanks so much for having me on.
Oh, let's say where you're going to be.
Oh yeah, let's plug the tour.
Yeah,
Okay.
How'd you get tickets?
yeah.
Tickets go to robauton.co.uk. When will this come out, do you reckon?
Hang on a minute, I can find out.
Rob Auton, Auton spelled Auton.
Yeah.
I can find out, Rob. Hang on.
Oh, no, it's all right. Well, I'm going to be going to...
This is going out, sorry, Rob. 23rd of November. Is that all right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, great.
Okay.
So I'm going to be touring in the new year. I'm going to Wickham, Exeter, Portsmouth,
Exeter?
Cambridge, Norwich, Leicester. Yeah.
Oh, I will
Exeter,
come.
Phoenix.
I'll come.
Oh, yeah, if you fancy it. That'd
Yeah,
be
yeah,
brilliant.
yeah. What date's Exeter?
I'm getting my tickets now, Rob, for Brighton. I am.
Oh, do you know what's the date in Exeter?
11th of Feb.
Oh, my birthday.
No.
That's my birthday. Happy birthday.
Get down to Exeter.
Oh, cool. That's on a Saturday, I think.
Amazing. There's a really good Exeter's great, isn't it? Portsmouth, Cambridge, Norwich, Leicester, Chorley, York, Leeds, Brighton again, Sheffield, Cardiff, Aldershot, Northampton, Maidenhead, Kettering, and
Oh, you're
McIntyre
doing
Comedy
it.
Festival.
Yeah. Sorry, I talked over the last one. What was the last one?
McKinley.
Sorry.
Yeah,
God, you're doing a few, aren't you?
but that's I've been doing all these bad boys.
Oh.
I got the poster there.
Yeah.
No, it's fun. But it's been enjoyable, and I guess the thing is like the more I'm doing it, the more different bits rear their heads at different times, don't they? Like, oh right, okay, maybe I could do that there and that.
Yeah.
So it's never finished, is
No,
it?
no.
You just, like,
Just keeps
it's just all
evolving.
trial and error.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you've never ever nailed it. Yeah.
No.
Thank you, Rob. Thanks
right.
for coming on.
My pleasure. Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks,
Have a
Rob.
lovely day, and I'm definitely coming to Exeter, either on my
I'm
own or with my
booking-
wife.
I'm booking Brighton tickets now.
Oh well, let me know, and then I'll just get you some. I'll put you on the.
No, I'm going to
List
buy
on
some
whatever.
because I missed the last one because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I'm going to buy them.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah.
All right, brilliant.
Bless
Thank
you,
you,
mate.
mate.
Look after yourself.
Take
You
care.
too.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.